All right, let's get straight to the point. We need to talk about Romania's proposed 2025 corporate reforms. This isn't just some minor legal update. This is critical information that's going to directly affect how you operate your business. And let's be absolutely clear about what's at stake here. Non-compliance isn't just a slap on the wrist. We're talking about the potential for your entire operation to be suspended, or worse, completely dissolved. My job today is to make sure you have everything you need to prevent that from ever happening. So what are we really looking at? This is a complete overhaul of Romanian corporate law. The very rules you follow to run your limited liability company, your SRL, are about to change in a big way, hitting both your finances and your day-to-day obligations. Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the new financial benchmarks. This is where we'll break down the new minimum financial commitments your business is now required to have. The scale of this change is, well, it's huge. You know how the capital requirement for an SRL has always been a token 1 RON, just a formality, really? Well, that's gone. The new proposal mandates a jump to 8,000 RON. This is a massive leap from a symbolic gesture to a very real financial requirement. So this is the number you need to burn into your memory. 8,000 RON. This is the new floor for share capital. It applies to every single SRL, whether you're just starting out or you've been in business for years. This isn't optional. It's the new baseline. And it doesn't stop with the share capital. They're also rolling out a new 3-tiered system for financial reserves, and it's all based on your annual revenue. So take a second and find where your company lands on this chart. If you're a micro-enterprise making under 395,000 RON, you'll need a 500 RON reserve. For medium businesses, that jumps to 5,000 RON. And for the larger companies, those with revenues over 7 million RON, you're looking at a 90,000 RON reserve. Now for Section 2, the risks of doing nothing. And I have to be blunt here. Ignoring these changes is simply not an option. The penalties are severe, so let's walk through exactly what you'd be up against. One of the biggest dangers is something called fiscal inactivity. If you don't comply, the tax authority, ANF, can literally flip this switch on your company. And what does that mean? It means your tax rights are suspended. Poof. You can't deduct expenses, you'll face major VAT restrictions. It basically paralyzes your company's finances. And from there, it's a domino effect. On top of fiscal inactivity, you're facing a potential suspension of all operations, fines that can go as high as 10,000 RON, extra penalties just for filing late, and yes, in the most serious cases, the complete dissolution of your business. These are the direct consequences of inaction. And you're going to be working against the clock. Just look at these timelines. You get 15 days, just 15, to get shareholder resolutions filed after they're approved. Same goes for reporting major share transfers. New companies, you've got 30 days to open that bank account. And for your existing SRL, you have a 2-year window maximum to get your share capital up to the new level. The time to start planning for this was yesterday. Okay, we've laid out the risks. I know that's a lot to take in, but now let's shift gears and focus on the solution. Section 3 is your action plan, a clear step-by-step path to make sure you are 100% compliant. Here is our 4-step game plan. It's straightforward, but every step is critical. First, you have to get formal approval from your shareholders. Step 2, we amend your company's articles of association to reflect the change. 3, we put together the entire submission package, resolution, proof of deposit, everything. And finally, step 4, we file it all electronically with the trade register, making absolutely sure we hit that 15-day deadline. And I cannot stress this enough. This is not something you want to handle on your own. Professional legal help is essential here. We know the process, we know the deadlines, and we know how to avoid the common, simple mistakes that can cause massive delays. With penalties this severe, you can't afford any slip-ups. So that brings us to our final section, securing the future of your business. It is so important that you see this not as a hassle, but as a strategic move you have to make for your company's long-term health. Here's the key takeaway from our entire discussion. These changes are permanent. They're not a temporary problem to be patched over. The entire business landscape in Romania is shifting. Being proactive and planning for this now is a direct investment in your company's future, in its stability, and in its ability to grow. So we've gone through the new laws, the very real risks, and the clear path to compliance. I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. Is your business prepared for this? We need to work together to make sure that the answer is a firm, confident yes. Let's get started.